You know what's wild? We live in a world that worships love. Love songs, love stories, love advice. But no one tells you this truth. Love doesn't build empires, goals do. Because love might comfort you, but goals change you. Love whispers, you're perfect. Your goal growls, you can be more. You are not defined by who you love. You are defined by what you fight for. The world often teaches us to measure our worth by the people who love us, by how many hearts we've touched, by who chooses to stay. But let's get real. Your power doesn't come from being loved. It comes from becoming unstoppable. Your goal, your mission, your dream, that's your true reflection. That's what tells the world who you are. You could have all the love in the world, but if you wake up every morning without a purpose that lights your soul on fire, you'll feel empty. Because love fills moments, but purpose fills a lifetime. When you commit to your goal, when you decide that your dream matters more than approval, something inside you shifts. You stop chasing people, and you start chasing excellence. You stop waiting for someone to choose you, and you start choosing yourself. That's when everything changes. That's when you become unstoppable. Not because someone believes in you, but because you do. Love can wait, your time cannot. Love will always find its way back when it's meant to. But time, it never looks over its shoulder. Every second you waste waiting for someone to understand your journey, your dream loses momentum. Every minute you spend trying to please others, you delay the destiny that's waiting for you. The truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're hungry for more. You don't need to justify your ambition. Time is the one currency you can't earn back. Spend it on something that multiplies your spirit, not something that drains it. The people who truly belong in your life will never ask you to choose between them and your purpose. They'll walk beside you as you build it. Don't sacrifice your potential on the altar of temporary affection. You have dreams that deserve your full attention. You have a future that's counting on your discipline. Because time doesn't wait for anyone, not even love. Pain is proof you're growing. Most people run from it, numb it, hide it. But pain isn't your enemy, it's your evidence. It means you're stretching. It means you're stepping into unfamiliar territory where growth lives. Every rejection, every failure, every heartbreak is carving you into someone stronger, sharper, wiser. Pain is the universe's way of preparing you for the weight of what you asked for. You can't evolve without resistance. You can't rise without being broken open first. When you're in pain, remind yourself, you're not being punished, you're being prepared. Every scar you earn is a story of resilience. Every tear is a symbol of your rebirth. So stop avoiding the hard parts. Embrace them. Feel them. Learn from them. Because when you walk through pain with purpose, it transforms you. It turns fear into fuel. It makes you unstoppable. Growth hurts, but so does staying the same. Choose your pain wisely. Passion is louder than approval. In a world obsessed with opinions, it's easy to lose yourself trying to please everyone. But greatness doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being irreal. Your passion doesn't need permission to exist. It doesn't need applause to be valid. When you speak from a place of truth, when your energy carries conviction, people will feel it, even if they don't understand it yet. Passion has a vibration, it cuts through noise, it commands attention without asking for it. So stop dimming your light because others can't handle your shine. The world doesn't need another echo, it needs a voice. You're a voice, speak it loud, live it bold, let your fire be seen, because passion will take you places approval never can. When you lead with authenticity, the right people will be drawn to you naturally and the wrong ones will fall away. Let them. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. Discipline outlasts emotion. Love is a feeling, it comes and goes like waves. But goals, they demand consistency, not convenience. You can't wait for motivation to strike. You have to move even when it's gone. The people who reach greatness aren't the ones who always feel inspired. They're the ones who show up anyway. Discipline is what turns vision into reality. It's waking up early when your body screams no. It's working when no one's watching. It's staying committed when results are invisible. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's gritty. It's lonely. It's uncomfortable. But it's also the bridge between dreaming and doing. Love may fuel your heart, but discipline builds your empire. When emotions fade, discipline remains. It's your anchor in chaos, your compass in confusion. You don't build success by waiting for the perfect moment. You build it by showing up in imperfect ones, over and over again. Discipline is love in action. The kind you show yourself when you refuse to give up. Here's the twist. Your goal creates love that lasts. Not the kind that fades when things get hard, but the kind that grows stronger with purpose. When you chase your dreams with full force, you attract people who match your fire, not just your feelings. The right love won't pull you away from your purpose. It'll push you deeper into it. Because real love isn't threatened by ambition, it's inspired by it. When you become whole on your own, love becomes a choice, not a crutch. You stop needing someone to complete you. You start wanting someone who complements your power. And that's the difference between attachment and alignment. So keep building, keep growing, keep chasing that vision, even when it's lonely. The right love will meet you at the top, not try to hold you at the bottom. Because the greatest love story you'll ever live is the one you write with your own destiny. Your goal isn't the opposite of love, it's the highest form of it. Because when you choose purpose over comfort, when you choose your future over your fears, when you fall in love with your own potential, you stop waiting to be chosen, you start choosing yourself. Be, and that choice will always lead you to everything you are meant to be. Love can wait, your time cannot. Those 6 words carry a weight most people never understand until it's too late. We're taught that love is everything, that finding the right person will complete us, fix us, make us whole. But here's the truth most don't want to face. Love isn't rare. Time is. You can fall in love more than once, but you'll never get back the hours you wasted waiting for someone else's approval, attention, or validation. Every second that slips away while you sit in doubt, hesitation, or heartbreak is a second stolen from your potential. Time is the currency of greatness, and it doesn't refund the moments you spend distracted by people who aren't meant for your path. You can rebuild love, but you can't rebuild time. And if you keep treating your minutes like they're infinite, one day you'll wake up and realize you gave away your best years to something that never deserved them. Love is beautiful, yes, but love without direction becomes a trap. When you give your time to people who don't share your vision, who don't respect your ambition, they don't just slow you down, they steal your fire. They drain your energy, dull your focus, and blur your dreams. You start adjusting your pace to make them comfortable. You start shrinking so they can shine. But the truth? You weren't born to fit into someone else's comfort zone. You were born to chase something extraordinary. The kind of love that holds you back isn't love. It's fear disguised as affection. If someone can't stand beside you while you're building your dream, they were never meant to walk with you when it's complete. Real connection isn't about proximity. It's about purpose. It's Abu. Being with someone who looks at your goals and says, "Go, I'll meet you there." Anything less than that is just a distraction dressed as destiny. Time doesn't care how in love you are. It doesn't stop because your heart is broken. It doesn't slow down while you figure out your next move. Time moves relentlessly, and every moment you spend clinging to what's gone, you lose momentum toward what could be. Some people will make you feel guilty for prioritizing your dreams. They'll say you're selfish, that you've changed, that you've become too focused. But don't let guilt manipulate you into mediocrity. You are not here to live the same day over and over until you die. You are here to build, to create, to conquer, to evolve. You can love someone deeply and still choose your path. You can care about people and still protect your future. That's not selfish, that's self-respect. Love should never cost you your purpose. If it does, it's not love, it's dependence. And dependence kills dreams faster than doubt ever will. There's a dangerous myth that says love is enough. That if you have love, everything else will fall into place. But life doesn't work like that. Love doesn't pay your bills. Love doesn't execute your vision. Love doesn't get you out of bed at 5 a.m. when you're exhausted but determined. Love can inspire you, yes, but it's not a substitute for discipline. You can be madly in love with someone and still be unfulfilled because your soul is starving for meaning. The problem isn't that we love, it's that we love at the cost of our calling. We invest all our energy in maintaining relationships that were never built to support the weight of our ambition. And then we wonder why we feel stuck, restless, incomplete. It's because the fire that once lived in your heart was meant to fuel you, not someone else's comfort. You owe yourself the kind of focus that doesn't flinch when love tries to distract you. Time is not emotional. It doesn't wait for heartbreak to heal or for fear to fade. It doesn't care if you're not ready. It simply moves. And one day it will run out. So stop living like you have forever. You don't. The opportunities you have right now, those ideas, those dreams, those whispers in your soul, they're not random, they're time sensitive. And every time you put them off for someone else, you're saying no to the life you're meant to live. The truth is, time will teach you what love never could. That urgency is sacred. That consistency matters more than comfort. That showing up for yourself every day, even when no one sees you, is an act of love far greater than any romantic gesture. Time rewards those who respect it, and it punishes those who waste it. If you want to honor your future, start protecting your minutes like they're gold, because they are. Love can wait because real love doesn't demand that you pause your purpose. Real love doesn't need you to choose between your dream and your heart. It stands with you through both. But the world will not wait. Opportunities will pass. The moment you hesitate, someone hungrier will take your place. You can't be both obsessed with your potential and obsessed with pleasing everyone around you. You have to decide which obsession wins. And if you have to choose between a temporary emotion and a permanent legacy, choose the legacy every single time. Because when you rise, when you evolve, when you become who you were always meant to be, within you, you'll attract love that aligns with your greatness. Not love that distracts you, but love that joins you. Not love that weakens you, but love that strengthens you. So remember this. Love can wait, but your time cannot. The world doesn't need another person who gave up on their dream for comfort. It needs someone who chased their calling so fiercely that love had no choice but to rise to their level. Because time is the one thing you can never earn back, and wasting it on anything less than your purpose is the one regret you'll never forget. Ive yourself for, protect it, guard it, honor it, because your time is your life, and your life is your legacy. That meant you stop, breathe, and face it head on. It loses its power. Pain transforms from something that controls you into something that teaches you. It becomes your guide instead of your jailer. So don't be afraid of pain. Don't despise it. Lean into it. Let it do its work. Because what's breaking you today is building you for tomorrow. Pain is temporary, but the strength it creates will last forever. Pain is the price of becoming. Every time you face it, you grow closer to your purpose. Every time you endure it, you earn your power. You'll realize one day that pain wasn't your downfall, it was your awakening. It woke you up to your potential, your resilience, your truth. It stripped you of everything false and left you with what's real. And the more you embrace that, the more unstoppable you become. The people who rise to greatness aren't the ones who avoided pain. They're the ones who walked through it with courage, because they understood one thing. Pain doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're forging. You're building something unbreakable inside you. Also, when life hurts, don't ask why me. Ask, what is this teaching me? Because pain is not there to destroy you, it's there to define you. It's sculpting the warrior inside you, the one who refuses to give up, the one who turns every wound into wisdom, every ache, every scar, every moment you thought you couldn't survive. That's your proof. You're growing, you're transforming, you're becoming, and one day the pain that feels unbearable now will be the reason you rise higher than you ever imagined. Stop begging to be understood. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Passion is louder than approval. The world is full of people who traded their fire for acceptance, their truth for applause. They wanted to be liked, not legendary. They dimmed their light so others wouldn't feel small, forgetting that small minds will always feel threatened by big energy. The truth is, you'll never be universally understood, and you're not supposed to be. You were born to create, to challenge, to break patterns. Passion doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't whisper politely. It roars. When you live from that fire, people might misunderstand you, criticize you, even try to silence you. But that's the price of being alive. The playing small won't protect you. Approval won't fulfill you. Passion will. Because passion is the language of purpose. And when you speak it, the world listens, even if it pretends not to. Every great story began with someone who refused to conform. Think about the people who changed history, who built empires, who created art that shook the world. None of them were chasing likes or validation. They were chasing truth. They believed in something so deeply that rejection couldn't stop them. Passion doesn't care about opinions. It feeds on conviction. When you're driven by something real, you stop living for applause and start living for impact. You stop waiting to be discovered and start building yourself, and that's when things begin to shift. Because passion is magnetic, it pulls the right people toward you and repels the wrong ones. You won't have to explain your vision to everyone. Those who see it will feel it. And those who don't, they were never meant to understand it. You were never here to fit in. You were here to stand out. Approval is addictive, but it's also dangerous. The moment you start craving validation, you give away your power. You start tailoring your dreams to fit other people's expectations, and before you know it, you're living a life that's not yours. Approval can make you forget why you started. It can silence your voice, dilute your vision, and turn your passion into performance. But passion, the real kind, doesn't bend. It doesn't adjust itself for comfort. It stands tall even when no one claps. It burns even when no one's watching. The people who truly live on their own terms aren't the ones who are the most talented. They're the ones who had the courage to stay authentic, to be misunderstood and keep going anyway, to be doubted and still create. Approval might give you applause for a moment, but passion will give you fulfillment for a lifetime. The world doesn't reward silence, it rewards the impact. And impact comes from courage. The courage to be different, to speak up, to live boldly even when it's uncomfortable. Passion gives you that courage. It gives you the fire to keep creating when no one believes in you, the energy to keep pushing when everything in you wants to quit. Passion is what makes you resilient. It's what separates those who try from those who do. Without passion, life becomes mechanical, predictable, safe, shallow. You wake up every day going through the motions, wondering why you feel so empty. But when passion fuels you, even the hard days carry meaning. You start living with intensity, with direction, with purpose. Passion transforms ordinary actions into extraordinary results. It gives you a reason to fight when comfort whispers that you've done enough. It's not about being fearless, it's about being on fire despite the fear. People will tell you to calm down, to lower your voice, to stop caring so much. They'll call you too intense, too emotional, too ambitious. Don't listen. Those words come from people who gave up on their own fire long ago. Passion makes people uncomfortable because it reminds them of what they've lost, their own drive, their own hunger, their own belief. So when they tell you to tone it down, understand that what they really mean is, "You don't remind me of what I could have been." But you owe it to yourself to never dim your light to make others feel safe in their shadows. The world needs more people who care deeply, who dream loudly, who refuse to settle. Passion isn't arrogance, it's awareness. It's knowing you were built for more and refusing to apologize for it. Don't let anyone shame you for burning too brightly. The ones who truly belong in your life will never ask you to be less. The truth is, passion will test you. It will demand everything. It will break your heart, frustrate you, and sometimes make you question why you ever started. But that's how you know it's real. Anything that powerful comes with resistance. Passion isn't a straight line. It's chaos, beauty, obsession, and purpose all mixed together. But it's also what makes life worth living. Without it, we're just existing. Passion gives your story color, movement, rhythm. It makes you unforgettable. When you follow it, you might lose people, but you'll find yourself. You'll discover what you're capable of, what you're willing to fight for, and how much power you actually hold. Passion doesn't promise an easy road, but it guarantees a meaningful one, and that's far more valuable than comfort or approval could ever be. So stop begging for applause. Stop waiting for someone to validate your fire. Let your passion be loud enough to drown out every doubt, every critic, every whisper that says you're too much. Because the truth is, passion is never too much. It's exactly enough. It's what moves the world forward, what separates the remembered from the forgotten, the extraordinary from the ordinary. Don't chase approval. Chase your purpose. Live so fully, love so fiercely, and create so fearlessly that the world can't ignore your existence. Because passion, unapologetic, untamed, unstoppable passion, is the purest form of power you'll ever possess. Discipline outlasts emotion. It's the invisible thread that holds dreams together when motivation fades. Everyone starts with excitement, when the goal feels new, when the vision feels possible, when inspiration is fresh and electric. But that spark never lasts. Life will test your consistency more than your passion. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up, when you're tired, when the world seems to be moving faster than you. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is doing what must be done. Even you don't feel like doing it. It's the bridge between intentions and results. Emotion gives you a reason to start, but discipline keeps you moving long after emotion has disappeared. It's not glamorous, it's not easy, but it's everything. Because success isn't built on feelings, it's built on habits. And those who master discipline don't just chase greatness, they are created it. When you rely on emotion, you become inconsistent. You chase comfort instead of commitment. You wait for the right mood, the right moment, the right energy. But life doesn't wait for your feelings to align with your goals. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't always the most talented or inspired. They're the ones who refuse to let feelings dictate their effort. They understand that emotion is temporary, but results are permanent. Discipline isn't about suppressing emotion, it's about training it. It's about teaching your mind that your purpose matters more than your excuses. Every time you show up when it's hard, you rewire your identity. You stop being someone who tries and start becoming someone who adores. Discipline gives you control. It's how you rise when everything in you wants to rest. It's how you build consistency when the world expects you to quit. Discipline is love in action, self-love. It's the ultimate form of respect for your own potential. When you're disciplined, you're telling yourself, I believe in my future more than I crave this momentary comfort. You're not punishing yourself. You're preparing yourself. You're building the version of you that will be unstoppable 5 years from now. Most people mistake discipline for deprivation, but it's not about saying no to joy. It's about saying yes to something greater. It's delayed gratification. It's choosing growth over ease, strength over softness, legacy over laziness. Discipline doesn't take away freedom, it creates it. Because when you control your habits, you control your life. Without it, you're a slave to impulses.